Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all my favorite Christmas books and movies and TV shows. My first book recommendation is Love Light Farms. It's one of the cutest, sweetest Christmas rom-com. This one's set during Christmas. It's the first book, so you can directly start the series. It's about Stella and she owns the Christmas tree farm. So the influencer is coming to see her Christmas tree farm and she lied on the application. She said that she is in a romantic relationship. She has to fake date somebody because अभी उसके पास ऑप्शन नहीं है. She is going to fake date her best friend. That's what happens in this book. It's the fake dating plus childhood, not childhood, I don't know if they are childhood best friends, but they are best friends for a really long time. And it's a really sweet rom-com. There's a lot of that Christmas cheer and the very sweet vibes, and there's found family, like everybody is so sweet and nice. And मैंने इसके आगे के दो books भी पढ़े हैं. I love this entire series. I haven't read the last book. We'll read it soon. You didn't need to know that, but at least in this video. But yes, highly recommend this book. I gave it 5 stars. If you love baking, if you love Christmas, and if you like just those cozy vibes, then you should read Christmas at Cupcake Cafe. It's the second book in the series. It's a duology. First is something at Cupcake Cafe. The second is Christmas at Cupcake Cafe. I don't remember the first book's name. Our main character gets laid off from her work and she gets the compensation package. So she uses that package to open her own cupcake shop, and that's what it is. It's a cupcake cafe. The people come, sit there. We see her entire process of opening the shop in the first book, and this one's with her doing the Christmassy things in the cupcake cafe. So I absolutely loved it. It's a really cute and cozy book. Another book with baking is The Parisian Bake Off. So I hope I haven't butchered the name. So girl from English small town and she goes to this baking competition. We see Paris, we see the baking competition. It's winter time. There's a lot of cozy things happening. Also there's a competition, so we get to see who wins, what happens. It's one of the cutest, coziest book. Sometimes rom-coms can get very repetitive, especially the seasonal ones. So to cleanse your palate and just read something different, but if you want it to be set in winter and during Christmas, then so for that I highly recommend middle grade books. So the first, or rather the only book which I have read is Green Glass House. Milo is a 12-year-old boy and he is an adopted son, and he lives at a green glass house. Like the house is called Green Glass House. Basically it's a smuggler's B&B. So there is always some shady people coming to the B&B. It is set in the winter time. A lot of guests check in one by one and they all are very different and unique, and they all have secrets, and we get to see what is happening with this. They also know some secrets about the green glass house, so he is trying to uncover those things. The house is cozy, the space is very secluded. It's winter time, so there's snow, and we see Milo being in his element. Also there's a second book which is called Ghosts of Green Glass House, and even though it's named Ghost, you might think that you should pick it up during Halloween time, but it's set during Christmas. I mean, I loved both the books. They are so good. They are the perfect cozy books. Also there's another middle grade, but it's a part of a series. It's the second book in the Pages and Co series, but you will have to read the first book to read that book. So I won't recommend it on like reading it independently. Like the entire series is super cozy and you can read it during this cozy winter time. A very simple and light Christmas rom-com is Merry Little Meet Cute. It's set in a Christmas town, which is Christmas Notch, and there's Christmas 365 days in that town. So all the shops are decorated for Christmas for the entire year. Like everything is very Christmassy. So filming agencies use that town to film Christmas movies or Christmas TV shows, like those things. So that's what we are seeing. We are on the set of a Christmas movie and we see the main characters, and it's like a secret identity and secret admirer kind of a thing. So very light, very fun, very Christmassy. Like it's perfect. Like if you love watching Hallmark movies and then if you love reading books about Christmas, then it's like a perfect combination. And there are two more companion novels. So I have read the second book, again set on the Christmas movie set, filming set. Really cute. I'm gonna read the third book this year. So highly recommend that series. If you're not a Christmas rom-com person, but you want that December and Christmas cheer, then you should read a cozy mystery called December Dread. It's part of a monthly something series, like I don't remember the exact name of the series, but all the books in that series are named after a month. Like there's December Dread, then there's November Hunt, January Thaw is coming soon. So all the books are named after every month, and we see what happens in that month with our main character. So the main character is taking a PI exam. I think it's the very like seventh or eighth or ninth book. I don't even remember कि कौन सा book है ये in the series. But I directly read December Dread and it made sense because पहले के कोई spoilers नहीं है. We just know that she has been doing sleuthing for past few months. So now she is taking PI classes and we see her taking those classes. There's a serial killer in the town or the entire area of her like small villages, and she fits the description of the people, like जो serial killer का जो होता है ना, you know, they have a type and they have the certain check boxes to take, तो ही वो, you know those things, right? So she fits that description, and the killer is called candy cane killer because he puts candy cane in the house of the person whom he's going to kill. So his next victim's house usually gets a candy cane. So that's what she is doing. She is sleuthing. She's trying to find out okay, who's the killer. Also because one of her high school friends gets killed. So now she wants to bring justice. So that's what we see. Very wintry, very like she goes back to her house. So very family thing, but also it's thrilling because it's about serial killer, right? So it's very creepy in a way. I could not guess the killer. And if that happens in a cozy mystery, then it's a really good thing. Like it's usually easy to figure out the mystery in cozy mysteries, but this one I couldn't figure out. So really good book, highly recommend it. Next Christmas rom-com has queer rep and it's called Kiss Her Once For Me. There's a marriage of convenience trope. It's a very different kind of a book with a very different love triangle. Also, it's very homely, very Christmas vibe. There are Christmas traditions, like everything, baking, everything is there. Absolutely loved it. Definitely check it out. I listened it on audiobook and it was very nice. Like the audiobook is really good. I think most of these books I've listened on audiobooks, so I highly recommend it, like listening it on audiobook. Another Christmas middle grade book is called Juniper's Christmas, and I have that book but it's in storage, so I can't show it to you, but I have that. I read it last year and it's about Juniper and his mom goes missing, so he's trying to find out. He meets real Santa and we see all the chaos. There are like high stakes because his mom is missing and he wants to find her. A lot of things are happening and it's a really good book. Like I loved it. I loved it. It's very Christmas magic and it's perfect for kids and for adults. Like we all need that Christmas magic in our life, right? Then a Christmas novella which I recently read. Like बाकी के तो मैंने last year या फिर उसके पहले पढ़े थे. I recently listened its audiobook. So it's a Christmas novella. So it's very easy to like tick off a book on your reading goal. So it's a prequel to a series which is going to start soon. Like the author will be releasing the series soon. So it's to introduce the characters of the series called Once Upon a Christmas Tree, and it's about British royalty. So there's a duke and उसके भाई, तो वो जो चार भाई है उनके बारे में है. Something has happened, so they come to US for a week-long trip, and we see the Christmas fling. Love interest, like the main character, is the owner of Christmas tree shop. Christmas trees, baking. There's a gingerbread house competition. Everything is super cozy. The novella is sweet, quick and short, perfect to, like as I said, tick a book on your reading goal. So those were all my Christmas book recommendations. I like to watch Christmas movies more, like Christmas based things more than reading about them. So I'm more of a movies person, like Christmas movies person. So let's talk about the Christmas movies. I have said Christmas movies 5 times now. I don't even remember कि कितना है. I just said 5 because random number. Okay, I have my planner here. So let's start with one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, and it's called Last Christmas. Honestly, I don't even want to tell you कि क्या है, what that movie is about, because I literally watched it just because I love the song Last Christmas and I thought कि it's like that. ठीक है, तो that's why I just decided to watch it, and it surprised me because I didn't know कि क्या होने वाला है, and that's how it should be. So directly go and watch the movie. It's really good and I don't want to give you any sort of hints and spoil it, or rather make you feel like कि आपको पता है कि आगे क्या होने वाला है. Let it surprise you and let me know if you like that movie. If you're like me who loves best friends to lovers trope, then you will like Midnight at Magnolia. Honestly, if I can tell you about this movie in one line, then I would say that it is like people we meet on vacations. Like that book, the angst was there. It was like best friends to lovers. They are so sweet. The entire family is very sweet. Loved it. Another book where I loved the family and the again a friends to lovers kind of a movie. So it's called Singles All the Way. Again a queer rep. Loved it. These three movies are like my favorite movies. And then I have a series, movies key series. Like there are three movies. They are very silly and goofy and I love them. They are of course Princess Switch. Like I know at this point सबने देख लिए होंगे, but if you are like you don't watch hype movies, then this is for you. Go watch those movies. There's always something very Christmassy happening, like a Christmas ball or a baking competition or something or the other, and the switches are very fun to see. I like to watch at least one of them every year. Like I rewatch those movies, and if those movies get repetitive, then you can watch A Noel Diary. It's Noel's story, and we see her finding herself, making like believing in herself and figuring out what she wants, who she is, that kind of a movie. Very sweet, and of course she lives at the North Pole, so it's very fun and chaotic to see कि क्या होता है उसके life में, and seeing her amongst real people is really fun. So definitely watch that movie. The next movie is called Holiday. So our main characters fake date just for holidays so that they can bring a date to their family functions so that they won't be singles. And of course it's fake dating, then they catch feelings and all those things. So a very light and fun Christmas movie. If you like those magical movies, then you should watch Holiday Calendar. There's the Holiday Calendar, and every day something comes out of that calendar and it is very meaningful to the main character's day. So कुछ ना कुछ उसके related उसके like our main character के दिन में होता है. So it's very magical and I liked it. A movie with fake identity, and the movie's name is like Love Hard. So it's like Die Hard and Love something, I don't remember. So that's like the combination. Like what happens is that our main character gets catfished. So now जिसका उसने profile picture देखा था, now she wants to impress that guy, and जिसने catfish किया था, now that guy is going to help her in impressing the profile picture वाला guy. So we see how that goes. So those were all my movies recommendations. I watched some more Christmas movies, so I'll just pop them here. Those weren't like my favorite movies, but I like them. So if you want, you can just pick some of these in case you haven't watched them. And there's one bonus recommendation, and it's a TV show and I absolutely love it, and it's called Dash and Lily. Our main character Lily, she puts a diary of theirs in a bookstore, and now a guy is like Dash. He picks up the diary and starts doing those dares. They go back and forth, and it's so fun to watch. I mean, there's a book. That TV show is based on the book, and I have read that book, but I did it in the ulta process. Like I watched the movie first, then I realized कि ऐसा कुछ है. So then I read the book. So the book was kind of boring because मैंने वो पहले ही देख लिया था. That was my mistake. But the TV show is equally good. So you can directly watch the TV show, and we see them doing those dares, running around their city, and I mean it's the coziest TV show ever, like coziest Christmas show ever. It's why I mean अगर इस सब में कुछ देखना है तो ये वाला देख लेना. So those were all my recommendations, and if you have some recommendations for me, drop them in the comment section below so that I can watch them this Christmas. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.